Hello and welcome to the A New Day Show. I am your host, Dynamic Daphne, and I'm always so excited to be on the air with you. I am blessed, and for that I am eternally grateful to each and every one of you who choose to turn the dial to my show. I am a life and personal development coach. I focus on spirituality and empowerment. My strength is in the area of overcoming or utilizing your adversities so that it can help you to really tap into your authenticity. I'm always open to talking with you, so email me if you have any questions, or send me a message, or you call me on the phone. Today, we are going to be talking about the source of your vision. In the last week, we dealt with the keys to fulfilling your purpose. And today, I'm going to be praying I'll have enough time. I want to give you 20 sources of your vision. And let's start with number one. Vision comes from purpose. So don't be thinking you have a vision until you identify your purpose. So your first task at hand is to identify what your purpose is, because that's where your vision comes from. Number two, know that God created everything and everyone with a purpose. So even that person you're looking on and say, oh, that's a wino, and that's a joggy, and that's a this, and that's a that. You know how we always find ways to label people and talk badly about them. Yes, they too have a purpose because God created them. Number three, God has placed his eternal purpose in our heart. A lot of times there is this one thing that keeps dragging at us, nagging at us, nagging at us, nagging at us, and we just cannot get rid of it. Everywhere you go, you see that. I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, in some way that is connected with your purpose, and you have to develop a vision in which to get that thing manifested. Number four, you were given a burden or a responsibility, urge to complete your purpose. All of us have that urge and the desire. A lot of times we falter by the wayside because we are depending on man to help us fulfill that. But what we need to do is to focus on God, our Creator. Know that, yes, we look for favor with man. However, our greatest favor in life will always come from our Creator. So don't get sidetracked. Don't take your eyes off the prize. Your eyes are supposed to stay focused on God, because you know something? He does not look for any repayment from us. When he gives us a favor, when he helps us to fulfill the dream, and he gave us the vision. However, when man helps us, or we go to them and ask them for a favor, we are eternally obligated to them. You can never, ever repay them, because every time you think you repay, they're always looking for something else. You were born at the right time to fulfill your purpose. So whichever year you were born, that was the right time. A lot of times you hear people say, oh, I wish I had born now and now. Oh, you have this now and you have that. No, you did well when you were born, And that was the reason, and that was the time that you were supposed to be born. Your purpose is already completed in God. What they say, God knows the end from the beginning. So, he knows there is nothing we can go to him to complain about that he did not already know was going to happen. It might be a surprise to us, but it certainly is not a surprise to God. So just know that God knows the beginning from the end. God completed you before he created you. Yes. You know, remember all those little sperm that was flying around inside our mother? I nearly said our parents. No, in our mother. And just that one was fertilized. So you were completed, because I know God said, oh, I got to get that Daphne for that. She is just going to be magnificent at that. She is the person that will help people get up out of their struggles and their adversities and brush themselves off, hold their shoulders high, and just go boldly into what I call, I got to give life to her. And I'm so thankful that he chose me. The fact that you were started is proof that you were completed. Know that a lot of people have not lived to see your age. You know, some people give birth and the child does not leave the hospital for whatever reason. Their life was ended there. You and I left the hospital and we are out here. So we need to be thankful for that and know that that's one of the source for our vision. You were designed to perfectly accomplish your purpose. Yes, your broad nose, your wide hips, your stuttering, everything that you have is counted for something. You were constructed just the way you are supposed to be. Everything you have is your toolkit that you need to use to accomplish that vision that you are called to. When you know and understand that you were born to accomplish, that is purpose. When you can see it in your mind by faith, that is the vision. Remember, we spoke about creative visualization. You got to see that. You got to taste it. You got to feel it. And you're so excited about it because you are looking at it in your spiritual eyes. And I know sometimes people say to me, oh, you are crazy. Yeah, call me crazy if you are, because if you could see what I see, you would be acting crazy too. And you have to develop that and know that what you're seeing in your spiritual eyes, ain't nobody else seeing that. And guess what, guys? It's not for them to see because it's not their calling. So don't apologize for what you are seeing. Just be excited for it. You know, it's I oftentimes hear people share this story about Walt Disney. You all know the story that he died before it was completed, and at the official opening, someone said to his wife, I wish Walt was here to see it. And she corrected the person's statement. She said he already saw it. And yes, he did. He had the vision for Disney World. And he saw it. The rest of the world couldn't see it. But he saw it, and that was why he was able to get the architect to design it. And it's the same thing we need to have with our vision. We got to see it before anybody else can see it. Vision is for foresight with insight based on the hindsight. It's all about you guys. It's all about you and you being committed to just go all the way. Just go all the way. Even when people tell you, don't do that, don't do that, it's crazy to do. They don't see what you see. And you don't want to say, on hindsight, I wish I did. No, you are going to be happy because on hindsight, you did what you saw. Vision isn't about us. It's about God and His purpose. You know you're on the right path to your vision when that which you are doing is way out of your league. You ain't got the resource to do it. You don't have the money. You're scared. You are so scared, even the thought of it, you're scared. However, you got to know that you're a servant and you're a vessel, and you got to be bold, and just even when you're shaking in your boots, even when cold sweat is wiping you, is on your face and you have to be wiping it, you got to keep your eye on that vision that you saw in your spiritual eyes and go all the way. Go for it. You got to just do that. You got to go for it. You already know your vision. It is as close as your most persistent thoughts and deepest desire. I love to say your vision is right under your nose. Every day we get up, we are so passionate about this one thing. And you know what we say often? It couldn't be that. It's too simple. It's too simple. That's what we say. But don't overlook anything. Don't overlook the little things, because those little things are the ones that step us up to the big things. I was speaking with a lady this morning. She is such an excellent, excellent caregiver. And it has been on her drawing board for a number of years to start an agency. However, she does not want to step out to start it. And she says, you know, I'm a bit frustrated about it. And I said, but why are you frustrated? You have not done anything with the thought and the idea. Why are you going to be frustrated about something you have put no effort in? And an interesting reply came from her. She says, I want to do an agency that will have me only book wealthy clients. And I said to her, you are insulting God by not starting, because I said God gave you the idea. He knows you are good at what you do, and you need to implement, develop, start the agency, and God will send you the wealthy people. God don't have anywhere to send the wealthy people now, because you just have it on the drawing board and just talking about it. So a lot of times we have things in the reverse, and we have to understand about the word action. Action is very important. To have vision is to have more than a mere interest in something. It is to have a real desire and passion for it. You always hear me say here on the show, you got to feel it, taste it, eat it, smell it. You get up in the middle of the night, you can see it. Not matter, snow, sleet, and rain doesn't stop you. You keep going out there and keep going after it. Vision persists no matter what. The odds, no matter how tall the odds are stacked up against you, when you have a vision, it is going to allow you to persist. It helps your adrenaline to flow. It attracts the resources to you. No discouragement can stop you. It doesn't matter. You want to always go. Every time you think about it, you're energized and you want to go. Vision is unselfish. It's not about you. It's about others. You don't get prejudiced and say, oh, I don't want to do this for that person and the other person. When you're called with a vision, you serve all people. All people. Because your vision is not supposed to be selfish. Vision is the only thing that brings true fulfillment. No money, no wealthy lifestyle that you have all the money you want. It does not bring fulfillment. I tell you something. When you make a difference in someone's life, and you meet them person to person and they begin to express. I know people do that for me when they watch certain segments of the show, and sometimes they call me, they send me an email and things like that. It makes my heart feel satisfied. If they had wrote me a check, I would not be as satisfied. I enjoy when I'm talking to them in person and see that expression on their face. And that's what our vision does for us. Vision requires vital connection with God, not with your religion, with God. And you must take care of your spirituality. I don't care what building you go in. You may never go into a building, but inside your home, you got to stay connected. Read the Word, read your Bible, read some motivational book, they have different journals that not journals, devotional, that will keep you. Some of you have the smartphone. You can download the Bible so you stay in the Word, so you stay connected. Personal vision will always be found within a large corporate vision. Now, you and I are on the job, or you and I go to the different social gathering. Each and every one of us there have our personal vision. However, there are times when collectively our visions can collaborate with each other for the betterment of a community or a society or a special group of people. So know that your vision, your personal visions, can also be found in a larger corporate vision. But if you isolate yourself, you will never know that. Those who are in the same corporate vision must work together harmoniously to achieve it. Now, that's a biggie, because you know what? A lot of times our egos and emotions get in the way. And we have to know to agree to disagree sometimes, especially when you're working cooperatively. Nobody is bigger and better than the other. Know that everybody is there for one common purpose: to make sure the vision is accomplished. So when you find yourself working in a corporate group, you got to check your egos at the door. Check them at the door. Check them at the door. The next thing I want to point out to you is that the leader of corporate vision draws out the personal vision of those in the group by helping them to activate their passion, dreams, gifts, and talents. Yes, there are lots of times when there is someone that is going to identify something in you that you did not know you have. So embrace that, show gratitude, and continue working on that. Vision generates vision. Once you start working on that vision, something else you're going to give birth to. So you start with one thing, and before you know it, you have several things going, and they all connect together. Working together to fulfill your vision. When a person starts to sense his purpose and gift, he often interprets this as a call to autonomy and separation. However, nothing could be further from the truth. A sense of personal vision is birthed within a broader vision, and it will also be fulfilled in the context of a larger purpose. This is how God weaves personal and corporate vision together. In order to accomplish a corporate purpose or make a larger vision come to pass, God brings together many people, personal gifts, and unique visions. God wants you to bring your time, energy, resource, and creative power to be part of the larger vision to which your vision is connected. We know that a car functions only when all the parts of the engine are working together. Although each part has its unique characteristics and private functions, all the parts submit to one another to make the car run. The same principle holds true for corporate and personal vision. No greater work was ever done by just one person. Many people are needed to fulfill a vision. A group of men, for example, supported and helped Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Dr. Monroe writes, in fulfilling his vision. We all know Dr. King's name, but we hear very little about these other men, even though they were essential in his purpose. Dr. King could not have fulfilled his vision without their assistance. Likewise, we don't know the names of those who helped Moses judge and arbitrate between the people of Israel, but they were an essential support element in the purpose of leading the people that God has given Moses. Those men worked hard. They had to execute judgment and keep everyone in order. Yet we know only Moses' name. Moses received a personal vision, but all these men were needed to see the corporate vision through. And if you are looking for affirmation on that, you can check out that story in Exodus 18, verses 13 through 26. God will bring together private purpose and visions in order to facilitate corporate success. When people don't understand or accept the relationship between personal and corporate vision, there can be problems. If the members of the group think they are inferior to persons with the original vision, or the leader starts to think he is more important than the members, or if one or more of the members want to supplant the person who has the larger vision, that is when trouble begins. Moses had the latter problem with Miriam and Aaron, his sister and brother. God had appointed them as leaders. You can see that story in Malachi 6, verse 4. Moses, however, was the one who had received the original vision, and he was the one with whom God met directly and through whom God spoke. When Miriam and Aaron became jealous of Moses and wanted to use up his role, it caused turmoil within that leadership group. God had to remind Miriam and Aaron in a very graphic way that it is his purpose that prevail, not our private ambitions. Numbers 12, 4 through 15. However, if we are in line with God's nature and character, we will desire what he desires, and he will fulfill in a way we never could have been by following our own ambitions. I pray that this has helped you in some way. And if you have a story, if you have an empowering story that you think will help to enlighten my viewers, by all means, please email me at dynamicdaphne1@gmail.com or call me on the phone and let us have a pre-show conversation. And I'm always looking for guests, and I would be willing to show your story. We are also looking for a few amazing men and women who want to be part of the #1 team here at Comcast. And the #1 team here at Comcast is the A New Day team. So if you are not volunteering for that, shame on you. Shame on you. So, again, we are looking for volunteers, and we want you to contact us. You get 12 hours of fantastic training. You get a certificate. You get the knowledge and the information that you can put in your bio. And guys, it helps you to become more marketable. So you are getting a training, and you can go out there in the marketplace because you have the skills and the talents and the know-how to be hired by people who are looking for people with your skill. Again, I am so appreciated. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you, whether you are in Cromwell, Bridgeport, Newtown, Danbury, St. Louis, Missouri, wherever you are watching this show. I want to say namaste, and I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you, and I look forward to the next time when I'm blessed to be coming to you again.